This is the luxury, inflatable, expandable Coody Hub Shelter Tent. This is a 12 by 12 inflatable tent with a 9-foot peak in the middle. This has a huge removable door on each side, 2 windows on each side, and a stove jack for those frigid temperatures when you're camping in the snow. This comes with a rain fly, a removable floor, and the ability to connect up to 4 enormous Coody koala tents. This thing is absolutely awesome, and right now I am going to show you everything there is to know about it. This tent can be purchased by itself or in a bundle with the Caminus M stove. Purchased by itself, it arrives in 2 packages, one ginormous box with the tent and a second smaller box with all the accessories. If you order the bundle, the stove will come in its own separate box. I have a complete review of that stove on this channel, but we will be testing it out in this particular tent in a future video. And let me tell you, it's an unbelievable stove. I was just camping in the Coody Koala 7 in 14 degrees, and it was 70 degrees in the tent. Upon opening the accessories box, the first thing to come out is our repair kit in an orange tube. We're going to take a look at that in a second. The second thing to come out is an awesome looking Coody bag to hold all your accessories. The presentation of these things always adds to the excitement of unboxing. This bag has a zipper along the entire top, 2 clips, 2 handles, and 2 tension straps to hold it all together tight. I love this little container. The top screws right off. We've got a little brush inside, 2 tubes of glue, and 2 patches to repair the airframe if it should get damaged. When you're done, everything goes right back in the tube and the top screws back on. Opening up the bag, we can tell that this is not canvas. This is more of a waterproof material, kind of like what the rainfly is made of. Everything always comes in a perfect little bundle in these bags, so pay attention when you're unboxing them so you know how to put it back. The first thing we find is the hand pump. Now, they send you one of these hand pumps with every tent you get from RBM Outdoors. Not only are these fully functional, but they look good too. The next thing we have is a small bag with 18 stakes, and these are heavy-duty stakes. As we unroll the package, we have what appears to be the TPU clear plastic doorway that goes on the front. We've got a rain fly, and last, what appears to be the connector, which allows you to extend this tent, make it even bigger by connecting either a Koala 5 or a Koala 7. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. I am so excited about that. For now, let's pack this stuff back up and get to the tent. Every Coody tent I have received has come shipped in 2 boxes, one inside the other for that extra protection. If you're using a sharp edge when you open the box, be very careful. Remember, you are cutting open a box that has a tent and an inflatable frame. You do not want to damage it. Now, when you're taking this package out of the box, remember, it is heavy. This weighs 110 pounds, so lift with your legs, not with your back. Every Coody tent comes in a storage bag. This one has 2 handles on the sides, 2 handles on the top, 2 clips, and 2 tension straps. It also has a long drawstring to pull it tight, and the bag is very oversized, so you will always get this tent back in the bag. The tent itself is rolled into a tight little bundle with its own tension strap and another clip holding that together. Do not lose this strap. You need it when you roll this tent back up. Again, these tents are heavy, and the tighter the package when you roll it back up when you're done, the easier it is to transport. Now, in some tents, you'll see the instructions sewn into this little flap here. This one actually came with its own instruction manual, and it also came with some awesome Coody stickers. How cool is that? Now, this tent has a footprint of 12 by 12 feet. I would recommend using a tarp. I don't have one at the moment. I ordered it from Amazon and it's not in yet. But anything you can do to assist in protecting your tent, you want to do. Most important, creates a barrier between the bottom of your tent and the ground. So when you roll your tent up, the bottom of your tent is going to be clean. So here we're just spreading out the tent, staking down the corners, and we're going to inflate it with an electric pump. Even though this comes with a hand pump, I highly recommend the electric pumps. The hand pump works perfectly fine, but it takes a lot more time and effort. Inflating this tent with the electric pump took under 6 minutes at a 7 psi setting. Your only requirement is to walk around and kind of unfold it. Make sure the air is getting through the tubes unoccluded. Pull up the corners all around, then go on the inside and help the frame inflate by pushing it up. So it is fully inflated now. All 4 sides are zipped up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the outside. So we're just going to do a 360 walk around here. For the purposes of the video, we're going to call this the front, although as you will see, each side looks pretty much exactly the same. We've got a door on the front, We've got a door on this side, a door on the back, and a door on this side. We've also got a total of 4 windows, which gives us 2 windows on each side. And even though that doesn't seem right, it seems like 2 windows on each side of a 4-sided tent should be 8 windows. It's the way that this is shaped that gives you 2 windows on each side with a total of 4 windows. No matter how you look at it, it has 2 windows on each side. Of course, if you look at it this way, there's 1 window and 2 doors. Okay, moving on. I do want to also point out for anybody who's wondering, it does look a little lopsided. That's for 2 reasons. 1, we are on a slight slope right here. And number 2, the way that it is built, each of this side and this side are both straight up, but each the front and the back slightly bend inwards. I'm honestly not sure why that is. It doesn't affect functionality to my knowledge. That's just the way they built it. There are usually 2 nozzles for air on these tents. This one only has 1. There's usually 1 on one corner, 1 on the back corner. You have to make sure that they are both closed, and then you open them both when you deflate. This one only has the 1 nozzle, probably because it is a smaller tent compared to the Coody Koala 7. We've got the Coody logo on this corner in the front. We've got a stove jack up there towards the top. That stove jack does Velcro into place, and if you're going to be using it, you want to open it up, roll it up, and get it in place before the tent is fully inflated, because it's too high up there to reach. With the angle, you cannot climb a ladder and reach to it, and in some of these tents, the window below it will open and you can reach it that way. These windows are sewn in permanent. We've also got the Coody logo on the back corner. We have guy lines that are already in place right out of the bag. D-rings around the bottom for your stakes, and I don't see any other place for guy lines like any other D-rings at the peaks or anything, just what is already sewn in here. There is a zipper around each of these doors because they all come out. There's also a zipper above that around the perimeter of each of the doors, because the best part of this tent is that it allows you to take out those doors and attach up to 4 more bigger tents, basically making a camping mansion. Okay, I think that takes care of everything on the outside of the tent. Let's go ahead and get these doors open. We'll take a look at the inside. I just love these tents, and I want to show you guys each and everything that they could possibly do. So we started here by just opening up the front. Now all 4 panels are the same around the tent, but you can see we start with a mesh doorway here, and we also have the cotton cover. The mesh zips from the top down the side and all the way across the bottom. The cotton zips from the top down the side and then velcros across the bottom. And as I said, all 4 of the doors in this tent are the same. Mesh on the inside of the door, cotton on the outside of the door. The number of options they give us on these tents are absolutely mind-blowing. You can have 1 door open like this. You can have a combination of the doors wide open, the mesh screen closed, the cotton doors closed. You can have the cotton doors open all around and only the mesh in place, which already lets some serious air through. Or you can have all 4 doors wide open just like this. And if that's not enough, all 4 doors can be completely removed from the tent. I'm not going to do that right now because I would just have to put them back in, and I want to show you what it looks like on the inside with all the doors closed. But as it is like this, it kind of looks like a little gazebo. All 4 doors wide open, the wind rushing through. That is pretty dang cool. I just want to stand here and look at it. It's so cool. I mean, look at that. Even if you weren't camping, if all you wanted was like a game night in the open air in a gazebo outside, there you go. Cooler full of beer, some music, some friends, and a game table. Or a backyard birthday party. You can have tables with food and presents in there. I mean, the opportunities are endless. But today we're talking about camping, so let me go ahead and close this thing up, and I'm going to show you how it looks on the inside. Okay, we're all closed up again. We're about to go in, and as I said in the beginning, the airframe is PVC. It's a very thick rubber. I have 3 inflatable tents with basically the same build, and they are beasts. So I'm going to shut up now, and let's go on inside. Okay, I'm not going to shut up, but we are going to go inside. This tent in itself is absolutely enormous. So this is what it looks like from the inside. Just going to give you a 360 view here. We've got the front completely open. All 3 other doors are completely closed. We've got the wall-to-wall Oxford floor, which completely unzips and comes out. There are zippers at each side on the corners. Just unzip them and pull the floor out. I'm sure there's several reasons why you'd want to take that floor out, but my thought is ice fishing. Your hot stove over here, everything else set up over here. Unzip this corner and pull it up a little bit. Drop your auger down. Inflatable ice fishing shanty. Speaking of the stove, here is our stove jack up here. here. This is where the stove would sit right here. Stove pipe goes right up through here. And again, this is Velcroed on the outside. So if you're going to use your stove, you have to open this up, roll up the cotton, and Velcro it into place up here so that it's not touching your stove pipe when you're using it. And you have to do that before the tent is fully inflated because there's no other way to reach it from inside the tent. We've got our 4 windows around the perimeter. They are closed right now, but they have zippers. You just open them up, roll up the cotton, toggle it into place, and there you have your open windows. These are the clear plastic TPU. Man, those things are crystal clear too, and they are sewn into place, so those are permanent. Some tents with these TPU windows, you can remove them and just have mesh in place or nothing. The benefit to them being permanent is that it's more waterproof. They are stitched into place instead of having zippers. Zippers let water in, so this is exactly the kind of window you want on this type of tent. But let's talk about our frame here for a second. You see we have a tube in each of all 4 corners here, and then it goes up to a peak, and then this comes up and meets in the middle. You can see it a little bit better if I step outside the tent here. There is the frame, and that is solid. That is heavy duty. The other thing that I absolutely love about this tent is how high the walls are. Look at this. You can back all the way up to the wall here, and you're still standing straight. Each of these corners is at least 4.5 feet tall, and the middle is 9 feet tall. So these are enormous walls. I know one thing I plan on doing in here is pulling out my 4K projector, 120-inch screen, attach it to one of these walls, and kick back and have a movie night. We've also got these strings along the top of these tubes here. They come up and meet in the middle. There are 4 of those around this tent. You can use those to hang towels or clothes that need to dry. You can hang lights on those if you have clips. Right on the top, in the middle, and down at the bottom of each of these, there's this little loop sewn in. You can hang your lights on those. You've also got 4 little loops, one on each of these tubes around the top of the tent. Those could be used for hanging lights as well. You could hang lights on the little toggles for the windows. There's plenty of options in here for hanging lights. Just the sheer size of this thing. 12 by 12 by 9 feet. That is a 12-foot square in here, guys. 9-foot ceiling. You can easily put a king-size mattress, couple of end tables, a couple of chairs, a kitchen table, your hot tent stove. And if that's not enough room for you, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is expandable, so you can literally build a mansion. You can either remove these doors completely or leave them in place, use the zipper around the perimeter and the connector, and add up to 4 separate Coody Koala 7 12 by 16 canvas tents. One coming off each side. If you just add one, it takes this tent from being 12 by 12 to 12 by 28. If you add 2, one on each side, it takes this 12 by 12 tent and makes it 12 by 44. If you add a third tent, you've got up to 44 feet across and 28 feet out the back. And if you add a 4th Coody Koala 7 tent to this, you've got 44 feet this way and 44 feet that way. So let's just look at this. You've already got an enormous area to camp in here. You add one tent, one Koala 7, and you are adding 16 feet. That means you can take this entire tent here from being your entire living area and make it your entire kitchen. Say you open up this wall right here and add a 12 by 16 Koala 7. You've got this entire room here for your kitchen. You've got your stove right here, storage for all your food over here, a dining room table over here to sit and eat, and another table over here to prepare your food. And you've even got room for all the overflow, your clothes, hats, coats, anything that you need to store in here instead of taking up valuable space in your living quarters, which is your 12 by 16 Koala 7. If you have kids or friends coming along, you can use this as a kitchen and or a common area. Each one of you can have your own separate tent connected to this hub. The big kitchen in here, your tent out this way, the kids' tent out this way, your friend's tent out this way. And they each have their own doors to close for privacy. And if you just want to build a mansion for yourself, bedroom, living room, bathroom, kitchen, library, game room, home theater, the potential is endless. Ski lodge, mansion, home away from home. Guys, the Coody Inflatable Expandable Hub Shelter Tent that goes from being a regular 12 by 12 tent to a virtual mansion. You want it, you need it, Use the link below to get a discount right now.